What's going on, guys? So today I got something I think personally is really cool that might also benefit a lot of you Hondata guys out there. If I sound weird, excuse me. I have a cold right now. I'm doped up on cold medicine. So yeah, I wanted to do something. I'm tired of just sitting in the house. I'm not that type of person. I feel like crap, but whatever, it is what it is. So, as you guys know, the old Integra here, kind of like my pride and joy, an extension of oneself, as most car guys would put it. Not that deep though, because I'll sell this bitch tomorrow if somebody offers me enough money. But I got something for it. I've been looking into doing a digital dash. Now, number one, I'm not rich. Don't let the Turbo Integra and the broken S2000 fool you. I'm not rich. I got both of these cars for less than $1,500. Well, I got that one for $1,500. I got this one for $1,200 a few years ago. So yeah, I am very opportunistic when it comes to purchasing things. I will wait. That's why it's taking the S2000 so long to get done. I am no rush. I'm getting parts slowly but surely. Speaking of which, engine harness came in today. RSX engine harness. So shout out to the dude I found on the S2000 K-Swap forum on Facebook. But yeah, I've been wanting to do a digital dash, but I'm not rich. So I was sitting there thinking, I was like, what would be the cheapest route? Now, a lot of OBD2 car guys, they can run plug-in OBD2 adapters that give them a digital dash of sorts. I wouldn't call it reliable, but hey, whatever. Or, you know, you guys running Haltech Elites or Motec systems and whatnot, you guys obviously can run these digital dashes. I can. With the car being piggybacked and Hondata not having an actual dash themselves unless you get like a Bluetooth situation, which that's another alternative. However, I'm running the V2, not the V3, because once again, opportunistic purchases. I got the ECU for like $400. So yeah, so I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hop online and see what I can find. Searching around, didn't really find much, but then something clicked in my head. I'm like, oh wait, they make tablets that run Windows, like straight up Windows. So why not use one of those tablets, mount it in the car, as long as it has a USB port, which mine does, plug it in, download Hondata, get it all set up, put it in the car. Well, that's exactly what I did. So I'm gonna show you guys my tablet. I got this tablet right here, just a generic Windows tablet. I got this for $60. Has the USB port on the side, that way you can plug in. Has a very slim HDMI port, and then has a USB type. I think this is B or 2.0, mini 2.0, something like that. Outdated as of right now. Style charger. So yeah, let me see if I can get this thing to power on for us real quick. It can take a little bit, unfortunately, but once it's working, it's working. All right, so I got the tablet up and running here. I got a stylus because the screen is really easy to fat finger on, especially with it having Windows on it. So not all the tabs are accommodated for a smaller screen. So what I'm going to do is we'll go here. I believe it's this drop down. Yep, expand, S Manager. So then the tablet goes to this little stupid screen here and like blacks, or not blacks out, but doesn't bring it up right away. So I have to go down here to this drop down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to X out of this because I had to hit it twice, unfortunately. Drop down, boom, Hondata. So literally everything that you would see on your tab or your laptop or your desktop is all here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up display. And boom, RPM, IAT, ECT, VSS, map, AF, everything right here. You can change the background, which I did have mine changed to a picture of the car, but for whatever reason, it doesn't like to save it. Maybe it's probably just for the simple fact of, me using something that isn't intended for this software. Not wanting to work correctly all the time is what it is. What I need this for, because I'm not going to be doing any tuning or anything on it. I have a laptop for that. It makes it a lot easier. I want the display. I want the RPM, the speed. I want to see everything right here in real time, because a lot of the gauges outside of the tack and the speedo, like the temp gauge, you know, stuff like that, are kind of dummy gauges, and they never really act right until it's too late. So that's what we got here. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna leave this here for now. We'll come back to that. Obviously, you need a way to mount it to the car. Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. I decided to go the simple way. I got myself this eye bolt mount off of Amazon. I believe this is like $11. Super cheap. Seems to hold it. Now, I don't know how well it's going to do once, you know, the car is going and the vibrations from the solid mounts, or just like, you know, road bumps, how well it's going to do. Hopefully, it'll do well enough. But how much can you expect out of an $11 mount? So it comes with, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it comes with hardware to install it. There's some bolts and some nuts in here. Obviously, drill, mount it up, install it type stuff. What I'm going to do is, here, I'll just show you how I'm going to mount it up actually. So obviously I've already played with this a little bit in the car, and I've decided that I'm going to mount mine. I want it to be as low as possible. If I can get my door open here. Careful, everybody knows how fragile Integra door handles are. I want mine to be mounted as low as possible, so it's not directly in my view when I'm driving. So I thought about doing it here on this bad boy right here. I had it sat there, was still sitting a little too hot, but then I figured out I can actually mount it back here. Oh, my car is dusty. Back here, and the mount allows me to lower and allows me to tilt it back, so it's not going to be sitting right in my view. This wouldn't be a problem, honestly, if I wasn't running Del Sol seats, but Del Sol seats sit a lot lower than factory Integra seats, to the point where I look like, you know, a little person when I'm in the car, and I am short. I mean, I'm only 5'7", but it makes me look even shorter than that. So, you know, what I'm gonna do is, I was debating on if I was gonna pull this out or use a spare one that I have, but then I realized that these cows right here are only worth $20, so I'm not really gonna be hurting too bad. And as long as I keep the mount in, and obviously I'm using it, I don't see it being an issue at all. So I got to get some Phillips heads. Underneath here are 2 Phillips heads that hold this in. And we're going to drop the column a little bit, and then this will just slide right out. So first, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get that mount and the tablet, put it right here. I'm going to get my paint marker and mark the holes that I'm going to, you know, need to drill out, and then we'll do it. Hopefully that makes sense. Sorry, I'm a little lethargic with all the cold medicine in my system, so if I sound like I'm going crazy, I probably am, to be honest. All right, so I'm gonna try my best to do this one-handed. I use my power ratchet with a Phillips bit on it with a little attachment. Makes it a lot easier than having to get a screwdriver out. All I gotta do is get on it. I think this is on the tightening position. Hold on now. These power ratchets are every lick of money you spend on them, I promise you. So there's one. See how fast that came out? Nice. Hercules gonna have to pay me. All right, and the other one, where you at? Get on there. Don't strip her out, please. No. Boom. Dropped her out. Bada boom, bada bang. Safe keepings, and pull forward. Come to daddy. There we go. Actually, I am getting way ahead of myself here. Hold on. Let me get this mounted first, and then get these holes marked. Cheese and rice. All right, I got you guys mounted, so that way you can see what I'm doing here. So here's the eye bolt mount. So obviously you can go a bunch of different ways. You can go like this, whatever you want to do. I'm going to play with it, see where it sits best. So what I want to not block is only the gas gauge, because I have temperature, I have tack, I have speed, all on the tablet itself. Also want to make sure how I mount it, which this doesn't matter because I can always change it later. But if I'm mounting it the right way, that way the cables have the shortest run. So I think personally, I'll lift this back up actually too. Boom. So right now it's like sitting on the steering wheel column cover. I need to get all the way in the car for this. So I'm trying to get the position where I want it, so where I can still see my gas gauge, which I can from here. I just want to make sure the only thing I'm actually blocking is the speedo and attack, because obviously I don't need those, and I really don't need the coolant, but you know, if it's there, it's there. But yeah, so I think it's sitting now might be the best bet. It seems to just be sitting against the clear cover for the speedometer actually anyway. I want to say it looks like it's pretty much dead center. Yeah, okay. Yep, I think that's good. I can still see my windshield, see out my windshield. The only thing I can see above the steering wheel are these little two mounts and a little bit of the screen, but that's not going to affect me in it. As long as I'm not like being blocked by the tablet, I should be good, and I can see perfectly clear here. So move this back here. I'm gonna mark these holes if you can. Where are they? All right, yeah, I'm happy with it. Then obviously, you know, plug a cable in, or I'm actually going to run it underneath or behind the dash and up through here. That way it's not just hanging out and in the way. The charging cable, however, is just going to have to be in the way because I want it to be accessible. I don't really care so much about the Hondata cable because it's only going to be used for the Hondata, but I will probably use the charger at some point for my phone or for my camera, which is also a phone, stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to finish pulling out this cowl, and we'll get it drilled out, run the holes for, or run the bolts and nuts up through the mount, and pop it back in the car, start it up, see how she does. We might drive it, but I was still on the slicks and it's been raining all day, so I don't know how much I'm gonna do. Plus my transmission still sounding a little funky. I haven't done the service on it yet, so I don't want to put too much on it. I need it to last at least to the end of this month, because after October, I really don't care too much about what happens to the car. It'll get parked. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get you guys down from here. As you can see, this is my view. I'm trying to get you eye level with where I'm at, so you have plenty of visual. It's not too in the way. I would say it's less in the way than like most new car infotainment systems are. So yeah, I'll take it. So yeah, let me get this out, get the holes drilled, get the ram. I keep wanting to call it a ram mount. It's not a ram mount. Get the mount like actually bolted down, get the tablet in there, get the Hondata cable ran up to it, start it up, see what she looks like. I'm with it though. All right, so I didn't show it because all it is drilling holes, but I only ran the back two actually because I forgot it came with double-sided tape. So I don't think I'll need anything more than that. It don't feel like it's going anywhere. So now I'm just gonna slide this back into position. There you go. Put that in there. Boom. Nice, nice. Very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put the screws back in. There we go. Turn, and then we'll finish it up with this bad boy right here. Boom. And one more. Very simple. Very, very simple. I'll take it. Now, I know that the mount's gonna wobble and, you know, vibrate a little bit, as you can see here, because number one, even with the bolts on it, this isn't a very stable piece of plastic. Now, like that helps a little bit more, but the plastic's still flexing in the back. It is what it is. It's not perfect. This is for people who are like myself and are cheap. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy on. Mount down, center it up so I can see my gas gauge, and then there's a little latch on the back of the mount that you just press in, hold it to keep it from keep the adjustments from coming up or going down any farther. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you guys, I really don't get any simpler than this. I personally think it was worth the $60 I spent on this, and then the $11 that I spent on the mount itself. But $71 all said and done, that's not bad. Only thing I would change in this situation is, obviously you see me I'm sitting here trying to get this to turn on. The power button works when it wants to work. This is also a reman unit, and I don't actually know if this tablet itself was ever made to run this type of Windows. I think it just was made to run, you know, whatever, I guess, mobile version of Windows that you can get for a tablet, or, you know, maybe even a cell phone. I don't know if they still make Windows cell phones, but it's a possibility, I guess. Make sure it's not touching any other buttons. But I have found a fail-safe for if this does happen. All I have to do is connect it to the charger and the screen will pop on, which is fine. You know, for less than $100, you get what you get, and you can't really complain about it, because if you want more, you have to spend more, such is life. So yeah, once this turns on, we'll get it all connected and I'll show you how everything works in here. All right, so I got it to pop on. It actually didn't take all that long. I figured out what I was doing wrong. So I'm gonna put this cable in here, and where are my keys? Car is in neutral. Now what I need to do is I need to get my stylus and put it in the car, but we'll just run it without. So look, boom, it came up. Press F10 to data log, so we're gonna data log. Look at that, everything's up. You got your IAT, your ECT, you know, things that are still work while the car is off. Now we're gonna start it up. Gotta love E85 cold starts. There it is. Look at that. Man. It don't get no better than that. All right there, right in front of you. See? And I can still see my fuel gauge. And I can still see the road, which is what's most important. Well, yeah, it's all there. You can't beat it. That's why. Oh, ignore my AFR. I don't have it connected right now because I need a new wideband. But yeah, you can. This is what I wanted. You know, obviously it'd be a lot more cool if it was like actually a part of the dash, like an actual, you know, in-dash unit. But like I said, I don't have a lot of money. So was this worth doing? I would personally say yes. I think it was worth every penny because I didn't really spend anything on it. You know, I'm fortunate enough to be like, hey, all right, I need this, or if everything's said and done, it's 70 bucks. That is not a big deal. So yeah, right in front of you, it does what you need it to do. Nice. I can watch everything. Gotta love it. It's an outside car view. It actually makes the car look a lot more serious than what it really is. Because I know if I pulled up and seen this, I'd be like, all right, they're making some power. You know, this is easily a 10-second car. That ain't the case. This car is lucky to be in the 11s. So, but I like it. You know what I mean? It's not too in your face. It sits really nicely on the dash. Kind of cockeyed right now, but that's from me. It needs to be moved over a little bit. Like I said, I'll take it. Especially for less than $100. Can't really beat it. Nice. With that being said, this was meant to be a very quick video. Like I said, I do not feel good at all. I shouldn't even be out here doing this. I need to be sitting down, drinking water, and watching some Hunter Tunes or some Zos or something. Maybe even some legit street cars. I don't know. But I need to be doing something other than touching this car right now. But I can't help it. I don't like, I'm not the person to sit still. And if I do sit still, it's because I'm doing other things. Like, I don't know, I love you, Mary Jane type stuff. So, yeah, that's going to be it. I'm happy with it. This little quick how-to. I am going to run the cable around so it's not like just flopping around everywhere. And I'm going to keep the stylus